You already know you want to go to Disney World. The question now is, when should you go? 2025, 2026, beyond? We're weighing the options to help you come to the right conclusion today on DFB Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. Now this is one of our yearly video formats that we love to make because it explores both the reasons why you'd be better off waiting to take a vacation to Disney World until next year, but it also shows you just why a trip this year could still be your best option. Give you a little roadmap. The first half of this video will be more Team Disney World 2026, and the second half will be more Team Disney World 2025. So we're going to start with why you shouldn't go this year and should wait until next year. It's not necessarily fun to try and dissuade people from going on an exciting Disney World trip, but let's put it in perspective. We're not saying you shouldn't go to Disney, especially if you've already booked your trip. We're just saying that if you're able to, here's why you might want to postpone it for just a little while longer, depending on what you're looking for. So first up, some of the new stuff is not going to be available yet. Disney's been on a major construction kick lately, which is going to be a big topic of discussion for points later on in today's video, but there are 3 attractions in particular that you'll hopefully be able to experience if you push your vacation until 2026. The first is Zootopia Better Together, which will be moving inside the Tree of Life in Animal Kingdom. This new 4D attraction is supposed to open up by the end of 2025. Disney hasn't announced one way or another if they'll be pushing back the opening date for this attraction just yet, but they also honestly haven't talked much about this show at all. But we'll make sure to keep you updated on an opening time frame, if there is one, for the attraction once it's announced. My guess is if you're going in 2026, you'll probably be able to see this one. A much more underrated ride change that'll be taking place in 2026 is over at Hollywood Studios at Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. Disney's announced that Smuggler's Run will soon feature 2 of the most popular Star Wars characters in the franchise right now, The Mandalorian and Grogu. New Star Wars destinations to explore including Bespin, Tatooine, the ruins of the Death Star, Coruscant, Beggar's Canyon, and more. And for the first time ever, you and your crew will get to be in control of where you go. These new additions will coincide with the release of upcoming Star Wars films on May 22nd, 2026. And then we got good old Big Thunder Mountain Railroad over in Magic Kingdom that we've all been missing so much. At the beginning of 2025, Big Thunder closed up shop so that this classic coaster could undergo some major refurbishments and updates. Disney announced that the ride wouldn't reopen until 2026, but we didn't get any specific opening timelines beyond that. Well, not in a direct sense. But if you look at the general construction permits that Disney filed for Big Thunder, you'll notice that the expiration date on them is for March 13th, 2026. Usually these kinds of permits expire 1 year after they're recorded unless a different date is specified. In this case, the date of March 13th was indeed specified, leading us to believe this closure may last until the spring of 2026. But again, nothing's been confirmed or denied by Disney, so this is all based on assumption at the moment. It seems the Imagineers have been making great strides with their Big Thunder construction so far. Recently, we saw ride envelope testing vehicles along the new tracks, which are meant to check ride safety and clearance. We also spotted some yellow testing suits on the track, which are used to figure out things like weight loads, ride dynamics, track alignment, and more. We also just recently spotted what looks like some fresh paint on part of the attraction, and possibly the most exciting update of them all, some big tarps on the other side of the fence are covering what we think are the new train cars for this ride, but it seems as if Disney's keeping that pretty under wraps, or should I say under tarps, for now. So what does this all mean? Well, testing generally means there's a light at the end of the construction tunnel, but because Big Thunder isn't just getting a new track, and as Disney has teased, we'll also be getting a little bit of new magic along with it, the ride itself might finish up soon, but the overall theming and those magical touches could take a bit longer. While we don't yet know what all these magical touches might look like, we do know that Big Thunder's refreshed look will be subtly updated to fit the new Cars Land area, Piston Peak. Another hot topic I'll be talking more about later on. According to Disney, the new Big Thunder will give us rainbow geyser pools scattered around the base of the mountain and possibly even some tire tread tracks in the dirt. So if you're wanting to ride the new Big Thunder Mountain or see the new Zootopia show or the new missions for Smuggler's Run, then you're going to want to wait and take that big Disney vacay in 2026. However, let the record show, we don't know all the exact opening dates for these just yet. even if we've got our predictions, we've got no guarantees. So if you're trying to plan your trip around these new openings, your Disney vacation might look more like second half of 2026 more than the front end of the year. By the way, if you're looking for the most recent lineup of updated Disney events and offerings, from opening dates to extended evening hours to holiday parties and everything else, be sure to pick up our most recent iteration of our free Disney World 12-month calendar, so you can have all those dates listed out for you in one easy-to-access doc, without you having to do a whole lot of scouring the internet to find these details yourself. Just scan the QR code you see on the screen now, or head to disneyfoodblog.com/WDW calendar after this. So I had to start this point off with a more captivating title, because if I didn't, y'all would have been super confused. Because what I'm about to say isn't a great sales pitch for a trip in 2026. As I mentioned before, 2026 is going to continue to be a major remodel year for the Disney World parks. And that means there's a high chance that Disney is going to see people either postponing their trips until 2027 and beyond, or taking much shorter trips in the meantime. So why should you still be considering a trip for 2026? Because deals. That's why. Disney's going to need to release some major incentives to keep people enticed, and that could mean you potentially paying a whole lot less for hotels and tickets and food. That loops me back around to my main point. We're already seeing 2026 deals go up on Disney's special offers page, including a free dining plan for kids ages 3 to 9 throughout 2026. In order to be eligible for this dining plan, you will need to book a vacation package with a Disney hotel and theme park tickets bundled into one. Plus, you'll need to pay for the DDP for each guest in your group over the age of 10. But if you're going to be traveling with a lot of younger guests next year who fit the 3 to 9 age range, this could definitely save you money on dining around the parks. We expect a lot more incentives to appear as we get closer to 2026, so we'll make sure to keep you in the loop through our free DFB newsletter. That way you can jump on those offers ASAP before they sell out. All right, you knew this one was coming. I admit it, we've been covering a lot of Universal Orlando content lately, but that's because a lot of folks are planning their vacations all around the new stuff that's happening over there, including the hottest topic of the theme park realm in 2025, Epic Universe. Y'all, my first impressions of this brand new park, way more than I expected. Totally stunning. The rides are super fun, the architecture is impressive, and the snacks aren't too shabby either, which I take as a big win since I'm not usually the biggest fan of Universal food. Remember how I mentioned before that several families and vacationers out there will probably be taking shortened trips to Disney either now or in the future? A lot of that not only has to do with Disney construction, but also the fact that people are going to want to check out all the hullabaloo going on in Epic Universe. So you might be right up there with them. You might even want a trip that's solely focused on all of Universal's offerings, including their other 2 theme parks, their water park, and their City Walk shopping district. The choice is yours, but if you decide you want to take a detour this year and explore Universal instead of Disney, don't worry. You don't have to leave your good friends here at DFB. We're going to help you plan for that epic 2025 Universal trip too. So maybe you're not sold on any of the new stuff happening in Disney World in 2025. Maybe a different Disney vacation destination is going to steal your heart this year instead. You might be in your Disneyland era or your Disney Cruise Line era. After all, Disneyland over on the West Coast is deep into its 70th anniversary celebrations right now, which means for a limited time, you can check out 70th anniversary exclusive snacks and merchandise, character meet and greets, ride overlays, everything. Disneyland Park also has a brand new show called Walt Disney: A Magical Life, which stars the first ever animatronic modeled after the man who started it all, Mr. Walter Elias Disney himself. Oh, and if you're a fan of the Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sully to the Rescue over in DCA, you might want to sit down for this one. Disney will be closing Mike and Sully's ride in early 2026 to make way for the new Avatar expansion that's coming to DCA in the future. So if you want to ride this attraction one more time, 2025 has got to be your year to do it. Meanwhile, over on the Disney Cruise Line home front, we've got 3 new cruise ships on the scene. The first is the Disney Treasure, which took its maiden voyage last year in December. The design of the Disney Treasure is inspired by the Gilded Palace and draws influences from Asia, Africa, even Aladdin's Agrabah. And if you go, don't forget, you have to rub the magic lamp inside the atrium. Because who doesn't want a picture of rubbing the magic lamp? It's just fun, and it's also the main reason why my whole camera roll is filled up at the moment. By the way, I've gotten a few emails from subscribers and viewers who have rubbed the magic lamp at the Disney Treasure. Thank you so much. It's so fun to get those, to see you having a great time on that new ship. Now, the Disney Treasure also brought with it a lot of new offerings never before seen on a Disney cruise, including the Plaza de Coco theatrical dining experience, the Haunted Mansion Parlor, Disney Ride Attraction themed lounges, the Zootopia themed Jumbo Sweets shop, Disney The Tale of Moana stage show, and a new Aqua Mouse overlay, The Curse of the Golden Egg. And let's not forget that Epcot themed funnel suite. I know we're never going to be able to stay there, but it's incredible. Now, the second ship is the Disney Destiny. That's going to come out November 20th, 2025. Bookings are open for the Destiny, and on board this new ship, expect lots of Disney heroes versus villains motifs. A few new cruise offerings you can expect on board this ship include Pride Lands, Feast of the Lion King, that's the new restaurant, more Disney attraction-themed lounges, as well as a Cruella de Vil themed lounge too, Disney Hercules the Musical, and another exclusive Aqua Mouse overlay called Sing a Silly Song. And last but certainly not least, we've got what could quite possibly be the most unique Disney cruise ship of them all, the Disney Adventure. The Disney Adventure is taking her maiden voyage on December 15th, but instead of sailing out of somewhere like Port Canaveral, the ship's home port is in Singapore, making it the first ever Disney cruise ship to sail throughout Southeast Asia. This is going to be a ship with a mega conglomeration of classic Disney, Pixar, and Marvel influences, but aren't they all? And with a whole imagination garden in the atrium. That is something nobody else has. Much like the other two ships I've already listed, the Disney Adventure's bringing a lot of new offerings too. You've got character-themed premium dining experiences, a Coco stage show, San Francisco street market, and a whole lot more. But one of the most noteworthy components about this brand new ship will be its Marvel landing area, featuring 3 MCU-themed rides, including the first ever real roller coaster aboard a Disney Cruise Line ship, and the longest coaster at sea at 820 feet in length, called Iron Cycle Test Run. Speaking of overseas stuff, there's a lot of action going on across the international parks as well. For instance, Hong Kong Disneyland is celebrating their 20th anniversary this year with an all-new parade, new castle show, new nighttime spectacular, 80 new food and drink items, and over 300 exclusive new merchandise items. Meanwhile, Disneyland Paris has a new nighttime spectacular, a new Disney music festival, a new world premiere theater, as well as a couple new restaurants and shops, plus all those updates to the Disneyland Hotel in Paris. And by 2026, Walt Disney Studio Park will become Disney Adventure World Park. I'm personally still all starry-eyed over the Fantasy Springs area that Tokyo Disney Sea added, and remember, they are actually expanding more over there in Tokyo, and within those lands are new shops, new dining experiences, and some of the coolest rides I've ever been on in my life. Okay, now we have made it to the part of the video that tells you maybe you should go now to Disney World. For anyone who's already booked their 2025 trip, or those of you who are getting ready to solidify those vacation plans, don't stress. There are still plenty of reasons why a 2025 Disney World vacation is the right decision. First, there's brand new stuff to go see now. Yep, you can wait to go see Big Thunder Mountain Railroad or Zootopia Better Together, but you don't have to wait until 2026 and beyond to see new stuff popping up around Disney World. Over in Hollywood Studios, 2 new stage shows just opened on May 27th. The first is Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After, which stars Captain Hook, Cruella de Vil, Maleficent, and other dastardly antagonistic appearances straight from the Disney realm. Hook, Cruella, and Maleficent break through the magic mirror in a desperate attempt to plead their so-called innocence. By the end of the show, it's up to the audience to see which villainous rebuttal is the most believable-ish of them all. The second new, or rather reimagined show is The Little Mermaid, A Musical Adventure. If you saw the OG Little Mermaid show here back in the day, it's a lot like that, just with updated effects, new scenes, and additional musical numbers. Now, soon we've got the brand new nighttime parade coming to Magic Kingdom. It opens July 20th, and it's called Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away. It has been a long time since Disney World had a nighttime parade, and I am so excited about this. Disney Starlight's going to be using new light-up technology to showcase a bunch of characters, including ones that have never been in a Disney parade before. So expect to see Encanto, Frozen, Peter Pan, Moana, Coco, Wish, and more. A little later on in the year, Magic Kingdom will also be opening a new Pirates theme lounge called Beak and Barrel, which will be an immersive, family-friendly tavern that extends the story of the classic Adventureland attraction, Pirates of the Caribbean. Meanwhile, over in Epcot, a new lounge officially opened on June 4th. Geo82 is an adults-only Spaceship Earth-themed lounge located at the base of Spaceship Earth herself. The decor draws inspiration from that giant geodesic sphere, and the dishes and drinks are specifically designed to give you an experience of global flavors. And by the way, I am a big fan of the Spaceship Earth icon stamped into the giant ice cubes. It's the little things, right? Not only that, but Geo82 also offers an exclusive, albeit very pricey, fancy new fireworks experience where you can watch Luminous from the comfort of your bougie lounge seating. Reservations go quickly for this lounge, so make sure you're jumping on them as soon as you can, which will be 60 days before your visit. Epcot will also be reopening Test Track 3.0 on July 22nd, 2025. This reimagining has been happening since summer 2024, but Disney promises that when the ride does reopen, it'll not only be a more modern version of the Test Track we've known before, but it'll also contain elements that harken back to Epcot's classic and dearly missed by yours truly, attraction World of Motion. Now, originally I was going to add a whole point to this section of the video talking about how one of the big appeals for going to Disney World in 2025 is that there are currently no virtual queues that you need to worry about, but I don't think that's going to be true for the majority of 2025. Maybe Test Track will add on a virtual queue. We are not sure. Disney has not said anything about it yet, but we are waiting eagerly to see how they are going to do the standby line versus virtual queue situation over there when they reopen. So you may want to brush up on your virtual queue, skills just in case. Now, I know I raved about the free Disney dining plan for kids in 2026, but let's not skirt over all the deals going on for 2025 trips right now. You're going to want to go check out Disney's special offers page on their website to see the fine print of these savings opportunities, but just to give you a brief summary of what kinds of deals we're seeing at the moment, we've got a whole section of summer savings opportunities, including ticket and hotel room discounts. And one of these ticket discounts will even give you 50% off of kids' tickets throughout the summer and into mid-September, which might be a better deal for your family than the current 2026 free Disney dining plan, especially if you weren't planning on paying for the DDP in the first place. There are also fall discounts currently available, which will give you room savings for up to 30% off. For Disney's more exclusive guests, like annual pass holders, Disney Plus subscribers, Disney Visa card holders, and military members, you'll definitely want to check out the extra savings opportunities y'all have for the remainder of this year, because there's quite a few of them, including up to 40% off on Disney hotel stays. And of course, there's still that free water park deal going on through all of 2025, where you and everyone under your Disney hotel reservation will get to visit one of the Disney water parks for free on your resort check-in day. Now, to be fair, this perk has also been added for summer of 2026, but only for the summer of next year, as far as we know. So if you can't make it out to the water parks this summer break, you'll have another opportunity to visit them for free next summer. And construction. It's been the word that keeps on creeping up in today's video. Construction. We've already been seeing major construction take place in 2025, but there'll be even more to come as 2026 comes in. Remember when we had Walcott in Epcot? Well, this is just going to be like Walt Disney World. Well, I just made that up. Pretty happy about that. Anyway, between all the new lands developing across the different parks, like Pueblo Esperanza taking over Dinoland USA and Animal Kingdom, Monsters Inc. Land taking over Muppets Courtyard and Hollywood Studios, Piston Peak taking over Rivers of America and Magic Kingdom, and Villains Land also taking over the back portion of Magic Kingdom beyond Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, the construction that's getting ready to happen will be extensive. It already is extensive, but it's going to be even more so. We've been having to say goodbye to quite a few different park areas lately, but 2025 is still giving us one last chance to say farewell to a couple of specific attractions. While we only have one more week, per the release of this video, to ride the Liberty Square Riverboat and explore Tom Sawyer's Island before this section completely closes to start making way for a new era of Pixar cars, Dinoland USA is giving us until the end of 2025 to get our last ride-throughs in on the Dinosaur Dark Ride, as well as eat some of our favorite Dino-rific snacks from the quick services and snack stands featured in this ever-controversial carnival-like area. Other sections of Dinoland USA, like Triceratops Spin, Chester and Hester's Dinosaur Treasures, and Fossil Fun Games, are already closed. Yep, they closed at the beginning of this year, so Imagineers could start breaking ground on the new Tropical America's land to be. So, if you're gonna miss dinosaur as much as we will, book that 2025 Animal Kingdom vacation, pack your DFB The Final Roar shirt in your suitcase, or purchase one from dfbstore.com while we've still got them in stock, and give a proper send-off to this time-traveling rover and its posse of prehistoric creatures. And of course, Dr. Seeker. To be fair, if dinosaur isn't enough of a pull for you, then this construction argument might keep you from going to Disney World not just in 2026, but 2025 as well. While we don't know the exact opening timelines for these new lands, the best we've got to go off so far is Pueblo Esperanza, which is slated to open in 2027. So if you want to hold off on a Disney World trip altogether for the next couple of years and wait until that construction wraps up and you've got so many new things to check out, that's completely understandable. But if you can't bear the thought of of being without a Disney World vacation for over 2 years. That's also completely understandable. And you may want to book a trip sooner rather than later before more construction starts to kick up. And maybe you should go to Disney World this year simply because you're ready. It's time. This is a common point I tend to bring up in these videos. Maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't take a Disney trip now so that you can save up and invest in the trip you really want to take next year without feeling like you have to scrape up enough cash and break all your piggy banks at once to make it happen. But if you watched those videos in the past and heeded that advice, then maybe you're set up to go right now. Maybe you saved the money you needed over the course of the last year and you're ready to stay in that dream resort or check out those fun dining experiences or invest in lightning lanes so you don't have to worry about waiting forever in all the lines, or all of the above. And maybe 2025 is the year where all your family schedules are aligned just right to make this dream vacation actually work out and not have to leave anyone behind. Or maybe your kid is at that perfect age where they're still into all the Disney characters, but they're just now tall enough to ride some of the big kid rides, and you don't want to miss that window of opportunity where they'll want to do it all. If all of that is true for you, or even some of it, then go. Be free, live your dream. I know all the construction talk can be daunting, but even with less to do in Disney World at the moment, there's still plenty to do. You by no means are ever going to find yourself bored in a park, and even if you feel like you've seen enough of one of the Disney parks and you're ready to move on before the sun sets, there's still so much to check out around property. From resort hopping to the Disney Springs shopping district to mini golf, even hanging out back at your hotel for a day at the pool, and maybe with so much closed around Disney World, you won't feel guilty doing that for the first time ever. Ah, what a relief. So the question still stands, is a 2025 Disney World trip in your future, or are you going to hold off for now? If you're still on the fence, no worries. We got plenty more videos where that came from to help you continue mulling things over. You can always watch our ultimate 4-day Disney World itinerary to get an idea of what a Disney World trip might look like for you this year. And don't forget to download our free Disney World calendar right now over at disneyfoodblog.com/WDW calendar to figure out when the best time to go is for you. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.